Sham no, next one, Sham no dhata, Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, no astu. Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, no astu. Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, no astu. Rigveda 7.35.3. Rigveda 7.35.3. Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, no astu. Dhata, dharta, both are from the same root. Dudhai dharana poshanayoho. Dudhai dharana poshanayoho. Dhata, dharta, both they are from the same root. Dudhai dharana poshanayoho. Dudhai dharana poshanayoho. So this word dhata and dharta both are from the same root and explain as the two facets of it. Dhata is dharana, that is which upholds us, which supports us. Dharta is one which protects us and nourishes us. Dhata, dharta. Dharana, poshana, both meanings are there in that root. Dudhai dharana poshanayo. And one word represents mainly dharana, another word mainly emphasizes on the poshana part of it. Dhata, dharta. Sham no dhata, Shamu dharta, no astu. Shamu, Sham plus U. Sham plus U. So you have two Shams here. Sham no dhata, Sham U dharta no astu. Sham. Sham means peace. Sham means peace, peaceful. Sham means the one which gives us comfort, peace, comfort, bliss. Towards naha, naha. So for here, Shamno dhata, Shamu dharta naha, astu. Astu means asubhuvi, let it be. Astu, let it be. U is the conjunction. U. We can take it as a conjunction and it also can be taken as an emphasizing part of speech, emphasizing this. U. Let it do it. Let it happen. There is an emphasis on that. U. Or it could be just a simple conjunction between two sentences. Shamno dhata astu naha u Shamno dharta astu. So the meaning at the outset is known. Let that become our dharaka shakti. Dhata. Let it become our dharaka shakti, which bestows on us peace, comfort, bliss. And let it become the one which nourishes us, which guides us, once again in a peaceful, comfortable, blissful way. Shamno dhata, Shamudharta no astu. Now in the other part of the mantra we find it is addressed to, it's a prayer to that Satchidananda. Because Satchidananda is the only entity which can support us, which can protect us, which can bestow on us, which can shower on us bliss. That's the only entity which can do it, because that is Ananda Swarupa. Ananda is not in Satchit, Ananda is not in Sat. So Sat cannot give us Ananda, Satchit cannot give us Ananda. It's only Satchidananda who can give Ananda. And we are all trying our level best to experience that Ananda. We want it, we want it. We are after Ananda. We are in search of Ananda. So because it is given by only that Satchidananda, this whole piece of the mantra is addressed to Satchidananda. Now how do you understand other things? Dhata, Dharta, Sham. These are the three very important words that we have to understand. Our existence, our support is in this world. This world were not to be there. We are stranded. We are nowhere. Our existence is there. Satchit is Anadi Ananta. It is there. But if this world is not there, when I say world, it includes the physical world, it includes the system of birth and death, the cycle of birth and death, where we get our Sharira, Indriya, Manas again and again and run through this cycle. This whole system is not there. Though we are existing, we will have no action or reaction, we will be in a dormant state. A state where we will have or we will not be able to function. A sleep state, dormant state. Because we have got that limitation. All Satchit, we have got a limitation that if you want to function, if you want to act and react, if you want to do anything, we depend on one or the other instrument, and that is Sharira, Indriya, Manas. Without that, we cannot. And this we should be getting in a continuous way. That is the birth and death cycle. Not only that, we require a lot of paraphernalia, a lot of instrument, other instruments, a lot of other equipments. They are all there in this world, formed by the five elements. We are all dependent on this. That's fine. But who does it for us? That's very important. Who does it for us? Definitely, we did not create all these things. We are only at the other end of using it, taking it. But we are not there at the other end of creating it, establishing it. No, we are not there. But there must be some entity which did all these things. Otherwise, we cannot answer, we cannot explain, we cannot understand how all this happened. So there we are inferring the entity Satchidananda, which is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and all those qualities it has in it. So that has created this universe. And because it has created this universe, it has become a strong base for us for other things. And that is Dhata. Dhata is one who has created all this base. They call it as Sadhana Kshetra. Sadhana Kshetra, an area where we have to perform our sadhana. It's not just existing, it's not just existing. It's an animal's life, okay, it's just existing. But as a human life, it's not just existing. We have got certain better things to do here. And it's possible only in a human form with its Sharira, Indriya, Manas. Human Sharira, Indriya, Manas is so capable of, so versatile that you can use it for the upliftment of the soul. Whereas in an animal's life, as the very word says, it's an animal's life. It just lives on its instincts, and it can do nothing for the improvement of its soul. It will be where it is. It is just a bhoga yoni, that's what it's called as. Other than a human form, that life is a bhoga yoni. Now, I think you are familiar with all these words, what I'm using now, the technical terms, I have explained sufficiently. Whereas a human life, it's a karma yoni. So we live beyond our instincts. Of course, nidra, hara, bhaya, maituna instincts, it's there, it's common to animals and human beings, fine. But that's the end of an animal's life. But in a human's life, it is beyond that. It is having several other dimensions also. And the purpose of it is to uplift the soul, to strengthen the soul, to purify the soul. And only when the soul gets purified and strong, yes, it can experience bliss, not otherwise. So it's a prerequisite for the soul. They experience bliss. Yes, we are all after bliss, we all want Ananda. But most of the times what happens is we confuse Sukha with Ananda. That's a problem. Sukha is different, Ananda is different. Sukha, Kha is the sense organs. whatever you experience through the medium of ka, that is indriya, that is sukha. But the experiences which is dependent on ka, that is indriya, is always very shaky. If something happens outside, if something is wrong with the indriyas, as a whole sukha is gone. But ananda is the experience of santosha, the experience of bliss, without the intervention of sharira, indriya, manas. So it is stronger, it's longer. And disturbance to this state of ananda is nil. Because there is no intervention of anything physical. Sharira, indriya, manas or the physical world. Nothing is there. But to attain that goal, we need this. That is sadhana kshetra. We need this sadhana kshetra. We need to work for it. We need to sweat for it. We need a lot of guidance to do it. Because we are not omniscient. Now who has given that? Yes, that is the entity we are calling the Satchidananda, and that is the dhata. And let this dhata be sham, be peaceful, be harmonious, be supportive, be one which showers on us all the requirements, like the sadhana kshetra, like this birth and death cycle, like the guidance and knowledge in the form of Vedas. Let it give all that. And let all that be given so that ultimately we'll be able to experience peace, experience santosha, experience ananda, and let the whole thing, when it is giving us this experience, it's auspicious. That's what you call it. Let it be auspicious. Sham is auspicious, Sham is peace. Let the peace dawn on us, not the sharira, indriya, manas, but at the level of the soul. Spiritually, let us experience this auspiciousness. That the support given by dhata, that is the support given by Satchidananda, let us experience it. It will not happen automatically. We have to open up, that's the thing. We have to open up and observe this. Why God has given all this? Why someone has given this all? That someone finally, okay, we infer it as God, that's okay. But why all this has been given to us? We have got all wonderful things in the world. We have got sun, we have got the moon, we have got the rain, we have got the trees, we have got the forests. We have got lot of other satchits with us in the form of human beings, in the form of animals, insects. So many materials. Have you wondered any time how all this has happened? Why you have got all this? Most of the time we feel that it's all there for us to enjoy. Okay, that enjoyment is there, but enjoyment is not the end of it. We have to use them, we have to properly use them, and properly using them is real enjoyment. And upon it we have to build our spiritual growth. That's the purpose. So when I understand this purpose or the goal of human life, yes, then we will be wondering about all the arrangements that has been given to us, and that is dhata. And once we understand that it is all the gift of God for our improvement, for our spiritual improvement and development, yes, we feel at home, we feel at peace. That is Sham. It's already Sham, but it is for us to identify and recognize and take it to our heart. But most of the time what we do, we go after our sensual pleasures, we go after our material requirements, and finally say, I don't have this, I don't have that, and grumble and cry, and end our life. That's not the human way of life. In human way of life, contentment, satisfaction, thanksgiving, they're all required. They're all required. Because only a human being can identify, can recognize, can feel all these things. Nobody else. So if we do that, we are real human beings. Otherwise, we are human beings by form and not by quality. So the whole world is a wonderful thing, a wonderful thing. You look at anything, it's wonderful. When you understand how it is created, what is its function, how well it does it. It may be a small leaf, it may be a small blade of a grass. Even the blade of grass I cannot manufacture in my laboratory. However, the science has advanced. I cannot manufacture one small grain in my laboratory. When I sow it, it should be able to spurt. No, I'm not able to do it. Even a small grain. Now that force which has created all these things, we have to infer, and that is Satchidananda. And when I understand this, I feel, oh, I'm living under such a wonderful shelter where I'm so comfortable, so happy, so blissful, and experiencing that wonderful peace. The whole thing is compatible. So in this compatible environment, it shall be my duty to pursue my spiritual goal. Material things, yes, they are required. They are all my equipments, they are all my apparatus, they are all my tools. Excellent. But tool is not the goal. Use the tool properly and achieve a higher goal. That's a spiritual goal. That is to equip ourselves to become capable of experiencing Ananda. So we say, all that which has been created to support us, dharana, what has given us this dharana, that is Satchidananda. Let that be helpful and peaceful to me, and let it be auspicious. It's always auspicious. I have to understand it as that and get the benefit out of it. Make the best use of what's the opportunity that's given to me as a human being. This human life is not to fight. This human life is not to cry. The human life is not to grumble. The human life is not to grab. It is to live a wonderful life with all peace and friendship and Maitri Bhavana with all other living beings, and achieve the spiritual goal of strengthening our soul and purifying our soul and helping other creatures also to achieve the same, mainly the human beings, and show love and compassion towards other living beings. Now this is emulating what that Satchidananda has done to us. Yes, we are all happy with that. We are all satisfied with that. We all wanted that, and that Satchidananda has given us all these things, all this opportunity. So as the devotees of that Satchidananda, as the bhakta is to share and make it our own. Bhaja sevayam, bhaja vibhajane, that I told. So as the true devotees of this Satchidananda, let me also give the same thing to less fortunate. That's things which are in Bhoga Yoni. Of course, Karma Yoni also we give there our assistance, our support, and help them also to spiritually progress. Then the whole universe becomes Sham. Sham means peaceful. Sham means comfortable. Sham means auspicious. So all this will happen only when I understand that there is one force, Satchidananda, which is supporting us, which has created all these things for us. Not only that, once it has created and is keeping quiet. No. In this creation, it has started so many cycles, so many things which run according to cosmic law, and that keeps this running, and lot of things are there for us to get the nourishment, that is dharta, poshana. It has created this, has given the support, and at the same time has started this, has driven this, and it is moving and moving and moving for crores and crores of years. We call what is known as a perpetual machine. That is, whatever we do, we have got certain machines which run for so many hours, so many years, but one day it will stop. That's the limitation of human creation. But the machinery created by, the system created by that Satchidananda is so wonderful that it runs for crores and crores and crores of years without stop. It runs and runs. You just think of time, when it started, when it will end. Even if you go back crores of years, the time was ticking. Even if you go forward in the same time scale for crores of years, it continues to be ticking. It is so wonderful that the whole machinery, the whole world is so wonderfully moving on as though it is eternal. At one point it stops, pralaya takes place. But that is the end of the whole universe, the whole system? No. Again, Srishti will take place. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. It's a very big cycle, which is unending, which is eternal. And who handles it? Definitely not me. Definitely not you. It is that Satchidananda which is omnipotent, which is handling all this. So it's a dhata. At the same time, during its sthiti, lot of things will be happening according to definite rules, laws, cosmic laws, you can call it as natural laws. It runs and runs and runs. And the whole purpose of it running is to give nourishment, to protect the Satchits so that they can continuously strive for gaining their spiritual strength and spiritual purity, so that ultimately they'll be able to experience peace. How wonderful the system is. Shamno dhata, Shamu dharta no astu. So here we say, let it be. Okay, that is from my angle. It is already Sham. It is already Sham. It has given us everything. So by saying let it be, it means I am trying to recognize it, I am trying to understand it, I am trying to implement it in my life. And I am not asking it to do it, I am not asking let it be because it's not there. It's already there, it's already in place. But I am misunderstanding it. Because of my ignorance, I am spoiling it. Because of my ignorance, I am missing that wonderful opportunity what is bestowed on me, what is showered on me. The compassion, the love of Satchidananda is already showered on me. But what I am doing is, I am closing my eyes, I am not able to see it. Sun is there, sun is shining. But I close my eyes and say, oh, the whole world is dark and there is no light. Is it true? Definitely not. Sun is there, light is there. It is my problem that I have closed my eyes. This Ananda Swarupa, Satchidananda, is everywhere, is omnipresent. I am in it, it is in me. But I say I am not able to experience this Ananda. The problem is not with Satchidananda, it's with us. We have not opened up. We have closed ourselves. So if you open up our hearts, yes, Shamno Astu, it will happen the very moment it will happen. But the only thing is we have to open up. Anywhere, anytime, under any condition, if I open up, it's there, then and there. That is the whole problem is with us. We all have become distorted because of the pollutants. What are the pollutants? Very clear. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So because of these pollutants, we have become resistant to that experience of Ananda. Remove them, it's there. Remove them, it's there. You get the experience. As much as you remove, so much of Ananda is yours. Is mine. For anyone, it's open. There is no discrimination whatsoever of caste, creed, race, nationality, gender, nothing. The only thing is open up, it's there, fine. So with this prayer, Shamno Dhata, Shamudharta no Astu, when we chant this mantra with meaning, by understanding what it says, yes, it will help us to open up ourselves to that great blessing of Satchidananda. It is there, it's there. It is the one which gives us all the support. It's there, we are able to see it. The whole world has been created with all these 5 elements. Everything we need. Without these 5 elements, we can't do nothing. We need some tool. That tool is Sharirindriya Manas, is Panchabhautik, made out of 5 elements. Is it all? No. It needs a lot of fuel to run. Okay, Sharirindriya Manas is given. But unless I feed it, unless I give it something for sustenance and continuous, maybe for 100 years, 100 plus years, it needs a lot of inputs. Just the body cannot exist on itself. Because it needs energy to run. And that energy is not an infinite energy that is stored in us. I have to recoup it. I have to regenerate. I have to give it that fuel so that it will be kept running. That process is there. We are able to identify what keeps this machine running. That knowledge is there. And I use it. And I run. But while doing so, I commit a lot of mistakes and the life of this whole instrument becomes short-circuited. That's the problem. But if we really use this machinery well, in the right way, and maintain it well, and give it the right fuel. So when I say right fuel, it's not just the food, it's food and thought. Both are there. So give it the right food, the right thought. Yes, it can sustain for a long time, it can live for a long time, and it will be helpful to us for a long time. It's there, the whole system is in place. The only thing is, I fail to understand the system which is in place. So by chanting these mantras, I'll be motivated. I'll be able to understand, yes, everything is in place. Why I'm missing it? Why I'm not using it? Why I'm not getting the real benefit out of it? It's in place. It's ready. It's ready to serve me. It's ready to give me what I want. Now, once I get this realization, that realization through this chanting of this mantra, not blindly, not parrot-like. Shamno dhata, shamudharta no astu. Yes, I realize there is already in place. I got all the support what I need. I'm not hanging in vacuum. Yes, I got a strong hold, strong base. Not only that, and the systems which are working in this, they are all nourishing. They're all giving me support again and again and again. It's a perpetual thing. So I cannot grumble, I cannot say, I don't have this, I don't have that. Everything is there. I have to make the proper use of it. Materially, I cannot have everything. That is true. But spiritually, I can have infinite things, infinite opportunities out there. Endless, eternal. That is the purpose of human life. Realizing it and practicing it and achieving this is the purpose of human life. It's available, it is on place. So the only thing is I have to understand it and do it and achieve it. Then am I denouncing the material things? No, they are my tools. They are my tools. But accumulating tool is not the end of it. To use it is very important. I may have 500 tools with me, but I'm not using any one of them. It's useless. It's of no use. It's a big waste. All the energy, everything what I have spent to accumulate these 500 tools is useless. Let me just 5 tools. If I make the best use of it, yes, the time spent on accumulating these 5 tools is really purposeful, is really useful. So it's not the number of tools what we have that is important, but it is how we use it, how we properly use it, and how we get the benefits out of it that's more important. That's what is said elsewhere, simple life. That's what elsewhere is said as a life of aparigraha. Getting is not the core of it, but using it is more important. So when you use it properly, when you use it well, yes, we get the benefit. If I don't use it, merely if I have it, merely if I accumulate it, it's of no use at all. So no use. In fact, I am troubling others by accumulating it and preventing others by using it, to use it. Leave it there. Whatever I want, that little I will take it and use it. Fine. Then what is left out there, it will be useful for others. Let them take it. Mere holding it, mere accumulating it, mere stocking it, without using, it will not serve my purpose, it will not serve the purpose of other people also. To understand this, to realize this, and lead a very simple life. Of course, I need tools. I'm not denying it. Yes, by using them as minimum as possible, we should make it a beautiful base and grow spiritually. And guidance, yes, it is given. Nourishment, it is given. Dharta, that's the meaning of dharta. Palana, poshana. Dharana, poshana. That poshana part is there. God has given us all the knowledge what is needed through Vedas. That's why I've been telling that Vedas are not sectarian. Vedas are not for any one particular group. It's for all. It's for all human beings. You must have observed by this time. So many mantras, so many pieces of Veda mantras I have explained. Have you found anywhere that it is for one particular group or caste or race or gender? No. Or is it for any one period of time? No. It holds good for all times. It's for all people. It's for all, it holds good at all places. So universal. You don't find anything which is as universal as this. in any other what you call as religious texts. There are so many religions, so many religious texts, but nowhere you find this universality. I got a problem. But here, there is no discrimination whatsoever. It is open for all, and the best what you can see here. Because nowhere it says, you are great, other people are inferior, you rule over them, you exploit them. No, nowhere it says. Love others, love all creatures, not only human beings. Have friendship with them. Find your own extension in them. See? If these things are really taken seriously and really if you practice it, where is heaven? Here only, now, today. That's the, what do you call, the quality of the guidance that is given. And the one who has given such wonderful guidance is Dharta. Dhata, Dharta. Has given us all the physical requirements needed for our functioning, starting from Sharira, Indriya, Manas to every tool and equipment around us. Plus, he has given us all the guidance and knowledge also. It's available. It's for us to take it and implement it and get the wonderful results. Not only for us, but for all other living beings also. That is auspiciousness. That is peace. That is comfort. That is happiness. That is bliss. Shamno dhata, shamudharta no astu. So by just chanting this mantra, you will be able to experience this whole world as something which is a very, very comfortable and auspicious experience. And we will be happy to perform our duty for the sake of our upliftment and also for the development of all other creatures. We will try to create a wonderful life for ourselves and for others also. We will live and let live. So chanting of this mantra becomes so much important because it will motivate us at every moment. Though it appears as a prayer, so it appears as let it happen. Now we will be the cause for its happening. That is about this mantra. Of course, whatever I have told, it all depends on several other mantras which speak about these things. Complementary. There are so many other mantras. So with the help of those things, I have tried to explain this. Next one. Shamna, Shamna, Oshadhir Vanino, Shamna, Oshadhir no, Oshadhir Vanino Bhavantu. Shamna, Oshadhir Vanino Bhavantu. Sham na oshadhir vanino bhavantu. Rigveda 7.35.5. Rigveda 7.35.5. Sham na oshadhir vanino bhavantu. Now when you look at the previous mantra, it was same 7.35. And is continuing, the same concept is the same thought is flowing in this mantra also. Rik 7.35.5. Shamna oshadhir vanino bhavantu. Sham is very clear. Na is naha for us. Bhavantu, let it happen. The same clarification. It's not that it has not happened and we are praying for it to happen. It has already happened, it is in place. The only things we have to understand it. So for ourselves, from our point of view, it is happening. But it's already in place. We are saying let it happen. It will happen once we understand it, once we realize it. It's there, it's ready. Now the only thing what I have to explain here is Oshadhir Vaninaha. Oshadhir Vaninaha. Oshadhi, all that which has got the nourishing elements in it, nourishing properties, they are all Oshadhi. Vaninaha, Vana Sambhaktav, worthy to be shared, worthy to be shared. Those which have got all the nourishing factors, Oshadhi, and worthy of sharing. So what all I have explained so far, Shamno Dhata, Shamo Dharta no Astu, this complementary to it. It will all happen only when there are two very, very important. One is Oshadhi and the other one is Vaninaha. Oshadhis which are full of nourishment, full of nourishing factors. Vaninaha, worthy to be shared. Now Oshadhi and another face of it is called as Vanaspati. Oshadhi Vanaspati. Oshadhi Vanaspati. Now to understand this Oshadhi and Vanaspati. Oshadhi is one which gives its fruits once and that's the end of it. If you want it again, you have to start growing it from the beginning. That is an Oshadhi. Say for example, paddy. Okay, we grow the paddy and finally we get that spike at the end. So you remove it and convert it into rice and use it, fine. But in the same stalk, you are not getting the same spike once again. That's the end of it. It gives once and that's the end of it. If I want, I have to start sowing from the beginning and get the fruits. That's an Oshadhi. Oshadhi is one which gives the fruits once. And Vanaspati is one which gives the fruits in a perennial way. Say jackfruit tree. Now this jackfruit tree, once it has given one jackfruit, that's not the end of its life. It keeps on giving jackfruit year after year after year in the right season. It's called as a Vanaspati. And this Oshadhi and Vanaspati put together, they have all the nourishing constituents required for the Sharira Indriya Manas to run. Now when you look at this Oshadhi and Vanaspati put together, we can call them as vegetation. And vegetation or the vegetarian food is the right food for all human beings. This I have told several times. Our life should be out of life. Our life should not be out of death of another life. Very clear. It says very clearly in one of the mantras, Annapate Annasino de Henamiva se Shushminaha Prapradataram Tarisha Urjam no Dehi Dipade Chatushpade. That all the strength and life be given to all bipeds and quadrupeds. Dipade Chatushpade. Dipade is the representative for the human beings and Chatushpade is for all other non-human things, non-human creatures. Let all of them get their strength. That's the prayer. Now if I kill an animal and fill my belly, now this whole mantra becomes meaningless. And you are working against this mantra. It should not happen. Only when you follow the dictums, yes, you get the result. If you don't follow the dictums, yes, we are lost. The dictums are there for our welfare. This we have to understand. The guidance what is given in the Vedas is for our ultimate welfare. It's open for all, no discrimination whatsoever. This is the way you have to take. That's how I created the system. The whole system is created according to certain laws, certain rules and regulations. If you understand the rules, yes, wonderfully you can tread your path in this universe. If you miss it, you are lost. It's so clear, it is so friendly, it's so soothing. The only things you have to understand, you have to realize it. So it says, these Oshadhis and Vanaspatis are given for you for your nourishment. The system what you have created, there's a human system, the human structure, the human tool, the best fuel for it, the best input for it to sustain and maintain and live for a longer time so that it can work well, it can function well. That is Oshadhi Vanaspati. And this also I have given in such a way that it is worthy of sharing, Vaninaha. Worthy of sharing. So because it's given, don't be selfish. Don't grab it. Don't consume it yourself. There are so many other living beings with you who also need it. So get it and share it. In particular, those who are capable of getting it, allow them to get it. And there are so many people who are not capable of getting it. They're less fortunate. They have got their own problems. So to share with them becomes a highest priority for you because you're capable of getting it. A person is wealthy. What does it mean? I've asked this question as it is. Okay, I am so lucky I have got all this wealth. Let me enjoy it. No. The Vedic dictum is you're wealthy, you're rich because the duty, the responsibility of sharing it with others who are not able to get it. That's the responsibility I have given you, and with that responsibility I have endowed you with all the wealth, all the richness. There are so many people who cannot gain it, who cannot earn it. You share with them. You are having all the health with you. The health with you is to serve those who are suffering. To help them only, health is given to you. See, the way we look at it is totally different. You are given intelligence, you are given knowledge, you are given wisdom. Why? To share with those who don't have so much of it. There are so many people who are not able to understand even simple things. It's their capacity. You help them, you stand by them and share. For that sharing itself, it is given to you. What is given to you? It may be wealth, it may be knowledge, it may be health. It's all given to you, not for your selfish use, but in addition to it, for sharing. That is varina. Now imagine a society where that sharing is given the highest priority. How would that world will be? There will be no scarcity whatsoever. And what we call that scarcity? What is the Vedic word for that? Ding kshaye. That's the word, root. Ding. Kakagahanga. Ding kshaye. Kshaya is scarcity. Shortage. So I want to explain this shortage, this scarcity. I derive a word using this root ding kshaye. And what is the final word you are getting? Dina, dainyate, dainyata. Dina, dainyata. Dainyata, you are familiar with that word. Dainyata is feeling low about myself. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, you please give me, you help me. That's dainyata. And that is because of the scarcity, that's because of that shortage. If that shortage is not there, and if I am having sufficiently, that if the scarcity is not there, then I am not a dina. I am not a dina. I need not beg for it with anyone else. Because I have it already. But those who don't have it, those who have experienced that scarcity, that shortage, yes, they are in a state of dainyata. Now there are so many people who are in the state of dainyata. But you are given wealth, you are given health, you are given knowledge. And the purpose of it, to share. So that sharing is the guiding principle in a society. There will be no dina at all in the society. Everybody will be comfortable and happy. And that we call it as a welfare society. That we call it as, in other words, heaven. That's heaven. Heaven is not something which is there after our death where we go. No. That's all cock and bull stories. Heaven is here now, and it is up to us to create it, to form it here. We can live in heaven any moment. We can create it here. That's what Vedas say. Heaven is not a place. Heaven is a state. It's a state. If I am in that state, physically, mentally, spiritually, that's heaven. Over. If you create such a state for your fellow beings, yes, heaven is here. It's a state. It's not a place. It's not a place to travel. It's a state to experience. So here it says, Voshadhi Vanaspati, that is what are all things that is required for our existence. Let us take it, let us get it, use it. Another very important thing is that this Voshadhi Vanaspati, they are all renewable. That's another very important. They are all renewable. More and more you grow, more and more benefits you have. More trees you grow, more benefit you get. So that's the wonderful thing with this Voshadhi and Vanaspati. And whatever you get, don't hold on to it with selfish motive, share it. More you share, more you will get. It appears very peculiar and say, more you share, you get it more. But that is a cosmic law. We have to understand it. But on the face of it, we feel, okay, if I share it, it will all be gone. What will happen to mine? What will happen to my requirements? Don't worry, the whole universe is in such a law where the cycle of giving and taking will happen. The cycle is so big, I may not be able to see all the phases of it, all the phases of it. You give somewhere, you'll get it somewhere. Don't expect getting it from the same place where you have given. And at your timetable. No, the timetable is not yours. It's there in the cosmic law, you'll get it. You give it somewhere, you'll get it somewhere. It will happen, it will happen. The only thing is, we should be able to understand this cycle of give and take, which is so big, so complex. We'll not be able to analyze it very clearly. But it will happen, it will happen. So don't shy away from giving. Don't shy away from giving. Share. Vaninaha. So when you share, when you give, when you establish that giving is the highest thing, giving and sharing is a wonderful thing in human life. When you establish it, everyone will realize it and everyone will be very happy to share and give. Will you not get it? And everybody start doing so. But it starts from some person. Let us be the starters. Let us start giving. Let us start sharing. And we shall teach everyone. We shall motivate everyone to share. How much you share, that's a different issue. How much you share is a different issue. It depends upon how much I have. But sharing is very important. If I have 5 rupees, if I got $5, let me share 1. If I got 50, let me share 10. If I got 100, I will get 10. Whatever it is. But sharing is very important. That's the thing. To share and live together. Now when I start sharing, yes, a bondage will be created between people. And that bondage is a bondage of love. That's a bondage of friendship. This bondage of friendship and love is what is necessary for every one of us to be happy, to be comfortable, to be peaceful. If we are in an environment which is not friendly, we can never be at peace. We can never be at peace. If you are in an environment where it is friendly, where it is with love and affection, yes, automatically, even without knowing, we will experience that peace. And more we maintain that situation, this happiness or peace, what we experience, will be continuous. It will not be disturbed at all. So to create such an environment is very much on us. And how do we create it? First, get all those Oshadhi Vanaspati, all the nutritious and nourishes things, and share it. So if you do both things, yes, that peace, that bliss we can experience, and we can live longer, and we'll have a lot of time for our spiritual upliftment also, and equip ourselves so that we can experience that bliss ultimately. Without the shackles or disturbance or intervention of even the Sharira Indriya Manas, we'll be out of this birth and the cycle. When it will happen, let's not worry about it. It may happen tomorrow, it may happen in the next life, or maybe 100 lives after. But if you're in that path, you can experience peace here, now, with Sharira Indriya Manas also. That's a beautiful thing. The whole path is comfortable. The whole path we take, the whole path we tread is peaceful and wonderful and happy. And the goal too is bliss. So the path is also enjoyable, the goal is also enjoyable. Whether we reach the goal or not, let us not worry about it. The path is enjoyable, let us tread it, wonderful. Oshadhi Vanat, Vaninaha, all the Oshadhi Vanaspati and all those worthy of sharing, let us share and let it be Sham. So once again, let it be Sham means, it's not that it will happen later, it's already there, we have to realize it, that's the end of it. And from our part, we have to perform our duty of sharing and using only those which are nutritious and nourishing, and it should not be at the cost of any other life, any other creature. It's with love we are doing this. So that is the end of this session. So other things we'll discuss hopefully tomorrow.
Sharma ji, Sharma. So Shamna Bhavantu means let us become.
That is, let the Oshadhi, Vanaspati and those which are worthy of sharing be peaceful to us, be blissful to us, be nourishing to us, be auspicious to us. It will be all auspicious when you make the proper use of it and understand how it is to be used, how it should be shared. With that, everything will happen. So let it be. It's already there. The whole system, the whole rule is in place. The only thing is we have to understand it and practice it. It will happen.
Awesome.
Undoubtedly. It will happen undoubtedly. Without any flaw. The rule is flawless. That we see in several other matas. Nakil Bishamatra, it says. The rule is so wonderful that it is flawless. 100% perfect in place. So such mantras you find elsewhere. So the rule is perfectly in place. The only thing is understand it and play according to the rule. That's all. Okay. Thank you all.